It's one of the most popular kids shows ever, but behind the bright colors are some seriously strange details. Number 1. The Cow Kid Peppa's World Forgot. Claire Cow is a character who pops up just a few times in Peppa Pig. She's the daughter of Mrs. Cow and should be part of Peppa's group, like Susie Sheep or Emily Elephant. But something's off. No one ever talks to her or even mentions her name. She's just there in the background, and it gets stranger. Mr. Bull often visits Peppa's school, even though he's never shown to have a child there. However, in one episode, Claire appears right next to both Mrs. Cow and Mr. Bulletin. Most kids don't tag along with random grown-ups, so is Mr. Bull actually her dad? There's more. In the Christmas episode, the kids take a bus to the theater. Claire isn't on it, but once they get there, she's already inside. She's clearly not part of their class, but somehow she's still involved. Even with all these clues, things don't add up. She doesn't go dress shopping with her mom. She's not at the wedding. Then she just vanishes. No goodbye, no explanation, like she was never part of the story at all. Number 2. Did Mummy Pig send her love? Or something else? In the Valentine's Day episode, Daddy Pig gives Mummy Pig a sweet card. He's proud of it and excited to get one back. But when he asks where his card is, Mummy Pig says she already gave it to Mr. Zebra. Wait, what? Daddy Pig looks confused, but Mummy Pig quickly explains that she asked Mr. Zebra, the postman, to deliver it. Sounds fine at first, but then you start wondering, why mail it at all? They live in the same house. She could have just handed it to him. That's when things feel off. Mummy Pig talks fast, almost like she's covering something up. Was she really trying to surprise him? Or was she hoping he wouldn't question it? Some fans have a wild theory. What if the card wasn't for Daddy Pig at all? Mr. Zebra visits their house all the time. Could there be something more going on? Maybe it's just a joke. But once you notice the awkward moment, you can't unsee it. Number 3. Mrs. Cat was caught dining with the wrong husband. At Grandpa Pig's birthday dinner, everything seems fancy and normal. The family is dressed up, the restaurant looks elegant, and everyone's enjoying their night out. But look carefully at one of the tables. You'll see Mrs. Cat sitting with a male cat. That should be Mr. Cat, right? Except it's not him. Mr. Cat has light-colored fur. The cat with Mrs. Cat is darker, and his face doesn't match. Fans quickly noticed the difference. It's not just a little mistake. This is clearly a different cat. So now the big question, why is Mrs. Cat out with another cat at a romantic restaurant? Is he just a friend, a relative, or something else entirely? It could be a simple animation slip. But this isn't the first time Peppa Pig slipped in a strange character without any explanation. And if it was just an error, why place them at a cozy two-person table? Maybe it means nothing. Or maybe Mrs. Cat has a secret life no one's supposed to talk about. Number 4. The 2 kinds of polar bears. Peppa doesn't want you to notice. Penny Polar Bear is just like all of Peppa's other friends. She speaks clearly, wears normal clothes, and lives in a regular house with her 2 moms. Nothing about her seems unusual inside Peppa's world. But in a completely different episode, Danny Dog's dad tells a strange story. He explains that he once visited the North Pole, and while he was there, he saw a polar bear. This bear was not like Penny. It did not talk, wear clothes, or act like a person. It behaved exactly like a wild animal. This moment reveals a secret that most fans miss. There are 2 types of polar bears in Peppa's world. One that lives like a human, and another that still acts like an animal. The show never explains the difference, and no one ever mentions it again. This is not a small detail. It breaks the rules of Peppa's entire world. If Penny is a person, then who or what was that other polar bear? It is a question the show quietly avoids, but one that changes everything. Number 5. The zoo that might be hiding something. During a class trip to the zoo, Madame Gazelle leads the children through the gates as if everything is normal. The kids are excited and the animals seem friendly. But then, something very strange happens. When Madame Gazelle spots Mr. Lion, she suddenly panics and shouts that he has escaped. That moment feels wrong for one simple reason. Mr. Lion works at the zoo. He is not a wild animal on the loose. He wears clothes, speaks clearly, and even has a job there. So, why did Madame Gazelle think he was supposed to be locked up? This strange reaction reveals a secret that the show never explains. If Mr. Lion is a worker, not a prisoner, then why was she so afraid to see him walking free? Other animals like Mr. Giraffe and Mr. Crocodile also live regular lives, so the panic makes no sense. The zoo might not be just a place to visit. It could be something more controlled, something with rules we are not meant to understand. Number 6. What are they really cooking at that barbecue? In the episode The Fire Engine, Daddy Pig and his football team gather in the backyard for a cheerful barbecue. Everyone seems to be having a great time. The group includes a zebra, a rabbit, and a pony, all animals that usually follow a vegetarian diet in real life. They stand around chatting while the grill smokes beside them, but right next to them are Mr. Bull and Mr. Pig, two animals that are commonly found on the grill at actual barbecues. That detail turns the scene from fun to uncomfortable very quickly. The show never shows exactly what they are cooking. There are no vegetables in sight, no signs of tofu or plant-based options. The characters just smile while the food sizzles off screen. So the question remains, what are they eating? It seems like a small moment, but it reveals a secret hiding in plain sight. In a world where animals live like humans, the idea of a barbecue suddenly feels darker than it should, and the show never explains any of it. Number 7. The heights in Peppa's world don't add up. Gerald Giraffe is the tallest student in Peppa's class, and everyone notices it the moment he arrives. When the other kids ask why he's so tall, Gerald gives a simple answer. He's a giraffe. But that explanation only brings more questions. If Gerald is tall because of his species, then why are Emily and Edmund the elephant still short? In real life, elephants are much larger than giraffes, yet here they are, the same size as Peppa and Susie. Even Rebecca Rabbit is the same height as Peppa, which makes no sense, considering real rabbits would be much smaller. The confusion grows in another episode where Mommy and Daddy Pig measure their children's heights. Peppa proudly claims she will always be taller than George, but if the show followed real growth patterns, George, being a male pig, would likely grow taller as he gets older. These details are never addressed. The show treats height like a random choice, not something tied to age or species. And that quiet inconsistency reveals a hidden secret in Peppa's strange little world. Number 8. Is George really a pig by birth? Almost every character in Peppa Pig has a name that matches their species. It is a clear pattern. We have Pedro Pony, Susie Sheep, Candy Cat, and of course, Peppa Pig. The name always tells you what animal they are. But George stands out for one very strange reason. His name does not follow the rule. If he had been named something like Patrick Pig or Peter Pig, it would make sense. Instead, he is simply called George. That one break in the pattern has led many fans to ask an uncomfortable question. Was George born into the pig family at all? In one episode, Edmund Elephant's birthday invitation shows his full name as George Pig. But what if that was just a guess? The elephant family might have assumed his last name matched Peppa's. Some say George was adopted and already had his name before joining the family. That would explain everything. His name, his quiet nature, and his special treatment could all point to a secret Peppa's parents have never explained. Not even to her. Number 9. Peppa and George might not be in the right grade. Peppa is older than George. That much is clear from every episode. She speaks in full sentences, takes the lead in games, and acts like a big sister should. George, meanwhile, still carries around his toy dinosaur and talks in 1 or 2 words. Their age gap is obvious, but it does not match what we see at school. Somehow, both siblings are in the same class. They sit together, learn the same lessons, and take part in the same activities. That detail goes against everything the show has already told us. There are only 2 possible explanations, and both are strange. Either George is much smarter than he seems and has skipped ahead several grades, or Peppa has been held back and is repeating the same class. The show never gives a reason, and no character ever brings it up. This secret hides in plain sight. It looks normal until you stop and think about it. Once you notice it, you start to wonder what else Peppa's school might be hiding. Number 10. Miss Rabbit might be watching everyone. Miss Rabbit has more jobs than anyone else in Peppa Pig. She runs the shop, flies the helicopter, drives the train, and even handles emergencies. Most viewers think she is just extremely busy. But there is another side to her that the show never explains, and it might be much more secretive. She seems to be everywhere at once. No matter where something happens, Miss Rabbit already knows about it. That level of awareness feels less like good timing and more like someone who is keeping watch. In fact, she manages the town's communication systems, controls the TV antennas, and often works in places connected to technology. At the start of many episodes, the scene begins with an outside shot of Peppa's house or school. The camera slowly zooms in, as if someone is watching from a distance. The characters never notice. They never speak to the camera or react to it. If anyone had access to every location and every signal in town, it would be Miss Rabbit. That makes her more than just busy. She might be the one recording everything, and that's the end of these strange and shocking Peppa Pig secrets hiding in plain sight. But here's the real question. What else is the show not telling us? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more hidden truths in the shows you thought you knew.